the flaws within my shows become the moments.
Well, Usher, it is great to see you. So excited to chat with you about this film. Why was Paris the perfect backdrop to bring this tour to life for everybody?
Because it was special.
Yeah.
Yeah, Paris is different, and for all of the years that I'd been there for Fashion Week, I wanted to do something that would be memorable. So I decided to bring what I had done in Las Vegas to Paris.
Yeah.
And have this rendezvous. And then to film it, Kingdom Films, this will be my first film. But from September the 12th to the 15th, I get a chance to have my fans' undivided attention. One, beautiful part about going to the movies is you have to put your phone down.
Yes, that's true.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And while I love that experience that is live, we put so much energy and effort into making this film something that the entire world would be able to experience, because many people didn't get the chance to make it to Las Vegas. They didn't get a chance to make it to Paris.
Right.
But this film captures so much of the live performance and then some.
Definitely, it really
Yeah.
does. And what I love about this too is that it's broken up into 4 different chapters. How would you describe each chapter?
A journey.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I'm almost surprised when I look at it sometimes, because we shot from so many different angles and selected all of them to make you feel as though you were right there on the stage with me. It just feels as though I'm kind of reliving some of the emotional moments that I've had in making the songs. So I go all the way back to the beginning of my career, and bring you up to the current date. Try some new things. There's skating.
Yeah, love the
There's
skating.
vertical dancers.
Yes.
There are incredible fashionable moments, as well as amazing storytelling and vocal ability, a live band. But an incredible night.
It's everything that Usher encompasses in one film.
Yeah, and then there's a cinematic element to it as well. The way we shot it, the narrative that is in between the live experiences.
Yeah, and in that narrative, I believe it was the second chapter, you say that you sacrifice the best years in search for lost time.
Well, you sacrifice many times not knowing it.
Yeah.
But it is all with the hopes that this journey will mean something to you. So rather you choose to recognize it as lost time. Rather it's a relationship, rather some of the harder times or the things ambitiously that we're looking for in relationship, it becomes either a life lesson or a love lesson.
You said before that revisiting some of these chapters in your life was emotional for you.
Yeah.
What were some of those emotional moments for you, kind of looking back at this unbelievable career?
There's the aspect that is completely about celebrating the song and the energy and the love. But, also too, some of the emotional moments that really connect me to my fans, because, we may have cried together.
Yeah.
We may have fallen in love together. We may have fallen out of love together. We may have had to let it burn. We may have had to find our voice when we thought we had it, but we did it. I did it my way. I remember what that was like, and going back and reliving those moments and putting the wardrobe on and being reminded of what I was thinking of creatively. That's what it means.
Yeah. Is it hard for you to recognize that person sometimes too, because of so much has changed in your life since then?
It feels timeless. In the same way that a song can be introduced over and over and over again. You have people who never experienced certain songs, never experienced certain creative because they didn't see the original video. But I get a chance to relive it on the stage and emotionally go through that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What song, when you perform it, still gives you that emotional rush?
Let It Burn, Confessions.
Okay. How come?
Climax.
Yeah.
Yeah, those songs really, really take me on a journey.
Is it ever hard for you to get through them because you put yourself in that mindset, or you just totally focus on the fans and giving your best put forward during a performance?
The hardest part, honestly, is the curated set list. Because
Sure,
you have
yeah.
to think about history. You have to think about kind of the flow and energy of where people are emotionally and what
Yeah.
they're watching and what they should feel. And also, too, there's this hero's journey that I was very mindful of when creating that residency show.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a very, very hard set list to create.
I
Yeah.
mean, there's catalogs and catalogs to pick from.
Well,
I'm
thank
sure it's
God that I have
impossible,
tons of
right?
music to pick
yeah.
from.
But you saying that, it was interesting because you said in one of the narratives that you said you felt like an outcast at times, that you felt alone, that you felt like you had to maintain this certain status. Is it hard sometimes to be Usher?
The consistency
Sure.
that comes with being a performer who has to dance and sing and
Yeah.
still have a six-pack at 45 years old. Yeah, there's a little bit of mindfulness there, but thank God that I have fans that I go work hard for every night. I'm now on my past, present, future tour.
Yeah.
It's keeping me in shape.
Sure.
But yeah, it is.
Yeah.
I'm mindful of it, but I don't let it get me to the point where I'm comparing.
Sure.
I'm just thinking of it as, maybe there's somebody out there who is inspired by what I'm going through. Maybe there's somebody who needs to hear this song and feel this emotion right now and let them know that they're not alone.
Yeah. I think you said in an interview, maybe not too long ago, that there was a time that maybe you wanted to take a step back from music. Was there a time where it wasn't as fun for you anymore, or did you ever feel the pressure to be at the top of this game that you've been on for so long?
I think the statement came as a result of the fact that I spend so much time thinking about the next step.
Sure.
And not allowing myself to savor the hard work that I've put in, and being able to step back and say, I want to be inspired again.
Yeah.
I want to feel excited about this again. I was able to do that by going to Las Vegas and feeling that love, but feeling as though I could be creative in a way that made people experience me in a way that they've never experienced me before, which is why I was so adamant about filming it.
Sure.
And the other side is why I want people all over the world to feel it. From September the 12th to the 15th, I hopefully get your undivided attention and you can put your phones down and you can really experience a live experience with me.
Yeah.
Because you can't really, you shouldn't have your phone up when you're looking at the screen. You should really be there.
It's true.
Be present with me.
We talked about the most emotional part to perform on this show. What's your favorite part? What's that part that you look forward to every single night?
I think the serenade moment is really one of the incredible moments in my shows. It has a permanent feature. Yes. Since Las Vegas, I haven't put it down. But it expands, and we try different things. And that's what makes it unique.
Yeah.
Is because every time I do it, there's a different, very unique experience that happens in that room.
Right, you never know what to expect. Yeah.
Yeah.
I love the different elements of everything. There's sexiness, there's seductiveness, and you play around with different songs and different melodies. I love the creep little interlude as well. Why was that fun for you to put in?
With Rendezvous, I was able to show the musical inspirations behind some of these songs and kind of mix in things.
Yeah.
Whether you hear it or not,
Yeah.
you're a good listener.
Yes.
That's good. That's good. Because there's some people who may not necessarily have understood the value of that moment and the value of what's being said within the song. But if you look deeper, oh wow, it's there because of this.
Sure.
So that's the nuance that comes with being a fan of my music and a fan of that genre and that time of music.
Yeah, so there's all these little Easter eggs maybe sprinkled throughout the film that just your fans will really understand.
There's Easter eggs throughout this entire movie. There's cinematic references. I don't know if you understand how much of a fan I am of Gene Kelly and the fact that when I skate and I sing, it's because of seeing him do it. Seeing American in Paris and the idea of this storytelling and this this American in Paris having this incredible experience.
Definitely. What do your kids think about it? Have they screened the movie?
My kids are they're different. they may really enjoy something and may not tell me.
Okay.
Because sometimes I'm just dad to them.
Sure, yeah.
So they tend to be a little bit more critical at times, and they'll
Okay.
give me their notes as opposed to just enjoying the show.
Yeah, a lot of people can't say that their dad performed at the Super Bowl and has a concert movie in
Yeah.
theaters. That's pretty impressive. Looking back at the Super Bowl, was it everything that you wished for and more? Did everything go exactly as planned? Because I mean, for me, it was flawless, but for you, did everything go exactly as planned for you?
The flaws within my shows become the moments.
Sure, yeah.
And that's how you have to look at it as a performer. There are no mistakes.
Yeah.
You know, if I look back at it, I'm celebrating the history of 30 years. And the simple fact that that many people tuned in
Yeah.
and made history with me, it made me feel good. It made me feel appreciated. It made me feel seen and recognized for the work and the offering that I put into every bit of the blood, sweat, and tears that I put into my creative.
You've checked off so many boxes in your career. What is left to check off for you?
I could win an Oscar.
Do you want to delve more into acting?
Who knows?
Yeah.
You know, there's many ways. You know, there's documentaries that have won Oscars. There's live performances that have won Oscars. Who
Right.
knows?
Yeah.
Musical scoring. You know, so many different things in musical categories that may potentially play. Yes, I would love to find a script. And also, too, I've worked so hard on the character that is Usher to be able to tear him apart and recreate a different nuance to how I create.
Sure.
It's going to be a task to do it,
Yeah.
but in the same way that, you know, incredible comedians and singers like Jamie Foxx has been able to do. He's a hero of mine.
Yeah.
But I'd love to be able to someday say that I won an Oscar.
Yeah, definitely. I see it. Do you feel like that's why you have such staying power too? Is that you are able to kind of break yourself down and kind of put yourself back together and morph into the next person that you want to become? If that makes sense.
No, I think I'll try to answer it.
Right.
I think in life you have to have some consistency in order to be great at anything, and you have to have a mono focus on what that is.
Yeah.
But you also too have to understand the matter of pivoting. And pivoting isn't necessarily always about disconnecting from what you're passionate about. It's about rising to a different level. It's about maybe letting go of some of the things that may be holding you back so that you can go forward. Facing your fears and allowing yourself the space to be better.
And married life is beautiful.
Oh my God, amazing.